Hey everyone, we'll take a minute here to wait till everyone gets here. We'll start at 5:03 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to use the comment section if you have any questions or you want to see a walkthrough or tutorial of anything AdWords related. Again, we'll get started in just a minute or two here. All right, we're going to get started in just a minute. Again, feel free to use the comment section for any questions or anything that you would like to see, any walkthroughs, any tutorials. Feel free to use the comment section. I'll try to go through everything, and I'll leave some time at the end for Q&A. All right, perfect. Let's get started. So thank you everyone for coming. I'm really excited to show you some things in AdWords, hopefully some tips and tricks that you can take with you that'll be helpful moving forward. Really quickly, a little bit about myself. I worked the last couple of years on the AdWords team at Google. My role was helping hundreds and hundreds of small businesses scale their advertising. That's what I did for the first half of my career on the AdWords team at Google. The second half, I worked with high growth startups. Currently, I'm the CEO and founder of AdHawk. AdHawk is the easiest way to manage your digital advertising. You can think of us like a digital advertising personal assistant that always sits in your phone and finds opportunities for you to improve your account. If you have any questions about it, feel free to visit tryadhawk.com, TRYADHAWK.com, and we'll be glad to answer any questions about that later on. But let's get started with the more important stuff. So the first thing I want to go through is just walking through one of the campaigns and looking through what are the things that you should be looking for when you want to optimize a search campaign. Now, some of this is going to feel pretty basic. Some of the stuff will feel a little advanced. I'm going to try to mix in basic stuff with advanced stuff. Again, this is just a test account, so a lot of the data may seem a little weird, but the walkthrough and the tutorial and the process should all be the same. So the first thing I want to do is head into your campaign. I'm going to head into my handyman campaign. And I love going over to the settings tab. You can find all different types of adjustments here. We're going to start at locations. So you want to go into locations, click view locations report and what triggered your ad. This is a really awesome report and allows you to see how your ads are doing in all of the locations. You can view it by country. You can go into one of the countries and view it by region, view it by city, so on and so forth. This is a really great tool for you to say, hey, look, we have a really high click-through rate here, not so high of a click-through rate here. Let me show you how to do that again. Let's say we want to go by city. Now we can break it all the way down by city. And as you can see, some of these have higher click-through rates, some of these have lower click-through rates. Now you want to look at conversions. If some of these have really high conversions and really low conversions, you're going to want to take action because you want to show more in cities where you get more conversions and less where you see less conversions. So let's just say we want to show more here because we have a really high click-through rate, a cheap cost per click. Again, you're going to want to look at conversions. We don't have conversions in this account, but you're going to want to checkbox it, click edit, add target set bid adjustment. Now I want to increase my bids by, I usually like 10%. So I'm going to bid 10% higher in this area because I'm doing very well. And you click add. Now what you'll be able to see here is I'm showing everywhere, but specifically I added Pakistan where I'm increasing my bid adjustment by 10%. Now some other tricks in this area, which I like to go through in the locations, you can hit plus locations. And this advanced search option seems to be hidden, but there's a lot of really awesome tools within it. So I love going in here and then click on location groups. Click on location group type. And one of my favorite reports is demographics. You can actually target users based on their household income tier. So let's say I wanted to target the top 10% of household income tiers within the United States. I would do demographics within United States, household income tier, top 10%. Again, you can pick any bracket you want. You can make it within any region you want. If you want to do just within New York, now I'm targeting the top 10% within New York. You add it, you hit done, hit save, and there it is. I'm also targeting the top 10% of household income within New York. And if I want to bid higher on it, you can just click this bid adjustment here, 10%. You can feel free to go up to 50. It actually goes all the way up to 300%. Now, there's another interesting thing that you can do. Let's go back into view location reports, what triggered your ad. I showed you how to add an adjustment, but maybe there's a location that after going through this report, you don't want to show up anymore. You have a really high cost per conversion, or maybe you're not converting at all. So let's say we don't want to show here anymore. It's just not working out for us. You click edit, exclude. And now we're no longer showing there. This is a really good way to optimize for your locations and to pick, hey, where am I showing that's working and where am I showing that's not working? And to kind of trim the fat based on locations. So one last thing I want to show you in this advanced features tool, plus locations, advanced features. We're going to go back to location groups. You can also target by places of interest. So let's say, and here are all the different types of places of interest: airports, central commercial areas, universities. Let's say we're a taxi business and we want to target all of the airports around New York. So we'll go places of interest within New York, airports, add. This is going to target all airports within New York. We can try it again with universities. Places of interest within New York, I want to add universities. Oh, they don't have any universities there. That's interesting. Let's do United States. Perfect. Some cities, it doesn't bring up all the universities. Again, play with it. See if it works for your cities. Hit done, and then hit save. Now, as you can see, again, we're targeting universities in the United States and airports within New York. Again, feel free to make negative or positive bid adjustments. Let's say I want to target them, but they're worth 25% less to me. You can make a negative bid adjustment, as well as you can make a positive bid adjustment. So that's a locations report. There's a lot of interesting things you can do. Again, exclude, include, increase bid adjustments, decrease bid adjustments. All depends on what is most important to you and what's going to trim the fat to give you a better campaign. So now I'm quickly going to go over the ad schedule. This is where you see what days of the week your ad is showing on and how it's performing by day or by hour. So you want to click on this schedule details button. Day of the week or hour of the week. Let's do day of the week first. You can now see how I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So it looks like on Tuesdays I have the highest CTR. On Mondays I have the lowest CTR. Might want to bid up on Tuesdays. Maybe I want to bid down on Mondays. Again, use your conversion data. See where you're converting the most, on what days you're converting the most and what days you're converting the least, and then make adjustments from there. You can also view this report by hour and day of the week. And again, this is pretty granular, but sometimes it's interesting. You know, if you're a service business, you may not want to show your ads during hours when you're not there, you're not by the phone. This will really tell you when your customers are coming to see you and when you're converting. And the last thing I want to show you is devices. This shows you your ads broken down by mobile devices, computers, and tablets. Now, the only thing you can make a bid adjustment on is on mobile devices right here. So you can say, I'll pay 100% more per click on mobile devices. This is really good if you want phone calls. If you want phone calls, I would suggest bidding up on mobile devices. This will help you because your ad should have a click to call button that they can call, and it's really easy to do from mobile. Now, one secret here that Google doesn't like to show you is you can actually take your ads completely off of mobile. So if you actually click on this and go decrease by 100, my ads are no longer showing on mobile. This is the only way to turn your ads completely off of mobile. So if you're a business that maybe doesn't have a mobile optimized website, or it's a long sales cycle, or it's a big, heavy enterprise level business, you might want to consider going into devices, seeing if you convert at all. And if you don't convert, bringing this to negative 100%. So those are some interesting things you can do in settings. I'd be glad to go back to that because there is more you can do. Just wanted to give you a high level overview there. Now, another really great report to help improve ROI is the search term report. So let's go into the keywords. And then you want to click on search terms right here. So what this is going to tell you is the actual searches that are being put in Google that you're being triggered for. So as you know, keywords have a bunch of different types of match types. There's broad match, there's broad match modifier, there's phrase match, there's exact match. But that doesn't mean that is what people are typing into Google. For instance, if you have the phrase match keyword pizza delivery, well, that means people could type in pizza delivery jobs or pizza delivery store or pizza delivery pictures or pizza delivery, really anything before or after the words pizza delivery. But you may not want to show up for all of that. So I would highly suggest every couple of days going into the search term report to say, okay, what are people actually searching in Google that are triggering my ad? And then I would sort it by cost so you can see, okay, what's cost you the most? And then you want to just scroll through here and find anything that's irrelevant. So this is irrelevant. This has nothing to do with my business. And again, these are all random. Obviously, you want to make it so that you pull the ones that are irrelevant that matter to your business. This is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. So I don't want to show up for any of these searches anymore. Anytime someone types these exact things in here, I don't want to show up. So after checkboxing it, you want to go up to add as a negative keyword and then save. And what that does is excluded those from ever showing up. So we just saved ourselves, roughly 75 cents a dollar for every single one of these. And then when you go back to keywords, negative keywords, you'll see that they're in there. They're in there as exact match, so you will not show up for those exact searches anymore. Highly suggest going through the search term report as much as you think is reasonable, maybe once a week. But it really is the #1 way to help save yourself money on a search campaign. Awesome. So now let's go over some ad extensions. So ad extensions are really important. Ad extensions are part of quality score. If you want to increase your ROI, decrease your bids, and get a little bit cheaper traffic, you want to have the highest quality score. So you need to make sure your keywords match your ad and that your keywords in your ad match your landing page, but you also need to make sure you're using as many extensions as possible. Now, don't go use extensions that don't mean anything to your business. Really just use the ones that are applicable. There's definitely 2 or 3 of them that every business should be using. I'll walk through how to set them up right now. So the first one is a call extension. So call extensions are good if you want phone calls for your business. If you can drive traffic, if you can drive business through the phone, then you want to add call extensions. So if you're a services business, a taxi, really any type of business that has someone at least able to answer the phone, let's add a call extension. So what you want to do is hit plus extension right here. Then you want to go down to plus new phone number. Then you want to plug the phone number in that you want people to call. So let's just put a random number in here. Please don't call that number because I'm not 100% sure who that goes to. And then you have 2 options. Do you want to add a Google forwarding number or my own phone number? So what your own phone number will do is it'll actually show this exact number in your ad to users. However, Google won't be able to track to say, hey, this keyword is triggering this many phone calls. This ad group is triggering that many phone calls because it doesn't have a number to track. It can't track the number of phone calls from your own phone number. However, they recently made available a Google forwarding number. What this will do is it'll take your phone number and will add a Google forwarding number layer on top of it with a local area code. What this will do is allow you to track how many phone calls you're getting, how many phone calls you're getting for each keyword, each ad group. I highly suggest doing this. Unless your phone number is really, really unique and you need people to memorize it, maybe if you're a doctor or something of that nature, then I would suggest going my own phone number. But everyone else, I would suggest just doing the forwarding number. And then we want to scroll down. You don't want to click on mobile. This would be only mobile. So if you checkbox this, it'll only show on mobile. If you don't checkbox that, it'll show on both. There's some advanced features you can do down here as well. You can make start and end dates for your phone number if you just want phone calls during a certain time. But what I see a lot of people do is create custom schedules. So if you're only in the office from 9 to 5 during weekdays, you want to make sure the phone number only shows up from 9 to 5 on weekdays, and the phone number doesn't show up when you're not there. So you can play with this. You can do Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, feel free to customize this and add whatever you think is necessary. But I would suggest doing this. You don't want your phone number to show up and then it just go to an answering machine. So perfect. We're going to hit save. Oh, I added too many. Save. And then save one more time. And there, I just added a call extension. So on the web, that'll show up as the phone number. The really cool part about that is if a user types in a keyword and sees your ad, and then they see your phone number next to your ad, and they just call that number, you actually won't be charged by Google because they didn't click on your ad. They actually just gave you a phone call. So that's a really easy way to sneak in maybe a little of extra business without paying for it. On mobile, it'll be a little click to call button. So really simple, they'll click the click to call button. They won't even see the phone number and it will dial you directly. So the next type of extension I want to go over is a site link extension. Site links are those little blue hyperlinks that go underneath the ad. They make the ad bigger, and they also allow the user to go to different parts of your page. So you want to click plus extension, and these were some fake ones that I made earlier, but let me show you how to make some new ones. You want to click new site link, link text. So let's pretend, let's do this like we would for ad hoc. So we have our main page, but we also have a frequently asked questions page that a lot of users like going to. So we'll say frequently asked questions. We want this to go to tryadhoc.com/FAQ because that's our frequently asked questions page. And if you want, you can put in the description, totally up to you, and click save. Now, in order for these to work, you need to have at least 2 site links. So we want to add another one. Now, a lot of users, when they go to our homepage, also like to check out our pricing page. So I'm going to add pricing. And what this will allow users to do is instead of clicking on your main ad, they can click on a little hyperlink below that says pricing and go directly to your pricing page because maybe it's a little bit more relevant for what they're looking for. And then you want to put in your pricing page. Again, customize this for yourself. Save and save. There you go. So you can add up to 4 extensions. I would really suggest doing this. It makes your ad bigger, it's included in quality score, and it allows the user to find the right page within your website that they're most interested in. So I'll go over maybe 1 or 2 more. The next one is a callout extension. Callout extensions also make your ad bigger and allows you to say things like 25% off or we 100% money back guarantee, or things that make your business a little bit different. Now, these aren't clickable. They're just going to be text underneath your ad. A lot of times people say family-owned business or been in business for 25 years. So think about what makes you unique. Definitely add a callout extension. They're all totally free, makes your ad bigger, and helps you improve your quality score. To do a callout extension, you want to hit that red button, then hit plus new callout, and then make the text. So like I said, family-owned for 100 years. It doesn't fit. Let's do 10 years. Perfect. Save. And you can do 2. So let's add another one. 100% money back. 100% money back guarantee. This will be right underneath your ad. Won't be clickable. It's a little confusing that these are called callout extensions, and there's also call extensions that add your phone number, but they are 2 completely different things. And then let's hit save there. I won't get into some of these other extensions just because they're unique to apps and certain types of businesses. If you have questions on those, just put something in the comments. I'd be glad to go over them if that is important to you. But let's continue going through with these different tips. So one other thing I want to show you is in a display campaign. This is a display campaign that we have. You can do everything I just showed you besides the search term report in the display campaign. So you can go through settings, look at the location, see how you're doing, go through days of the week, go through mobile devices, add all the extensions just like I showed you. But something else that you get to do is click on this display network tab. This display network tab allows you to do even more adjustments. Let's give it a second to load here. Let me try to refresh. Sorry about that. And while it's refreshing, definitely put some comments in the comment area. Would be glad to go over anything that's important to you guys. So again, feel free to put any comments in there in the group chat. Okay, we are loading. Perfect. So one thing that you can also do is make adjustments to your demographics. If you guys are interested, I'd be glad to hold another session that only goes over display network stuff or only goes over search network stuff. I'm not sure why this isn't loading. I'm going to brush over a little bit of display, and I'd be glad to dive deeper next time, just doing display or just doing search. Let's give this another try here. Not sure what's going on. Okay, hopefully this loads this time. You know, AdWords is a great product, but it can't be perfect all the time. Sometimes there's bugs, and unfortunately, it looks like I can't even get into this demographics tab right now. Okay, let's skip over this. I'm sure in a couple minutes it'll be back. I actually want to show you something that we use all the time at AdHawk. It's actually the source of some of our cheapest conversions. It is one of the best campaign types that not many people use, and these are Gmail ads. This is a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to walk through how to set up Gmail ads. Gmail ads are really, they're awesome. It's a source of cheap clicks and highly targeted clicks. You can target users based on who they're getting emails from. So if they're getting emails from Birchbox, or, you know, in our case, if they're getting emails from AdWords, we want to show them an ad. If you are a pizza shop, you want to show them ads if they're getting emails from other pizza shops. If you know that your demographic of users generally shops on, you know, Macy's.com and LordandTaylor.com, well, you want to show them ads if they're getting emails from Macy's or LordandTaylor.com. So let me show you how to set this up. You want to click on campaign, and you want to click on display network. And hopefully Google lets this load. I'm not sure the problem here. Okay. Seems like Google's entire display network is maybe down, or just will take a second to load. Give it a second here. Are any of you guys, as this loads, I'm not sure why it's taking so long. I'm sure it's not taking you guys as long. What types of campaigns are you guys running? Are you guys running mostly display or mostly search? I'm curious. And just, again, put it in through the group chat. Okay, cool. So first you want to name your campaign. Let's just call it Gmail ads for now. Feel free to name it whatever you would like. I'm going to go with no marketing objective. I kind of like this format. It's just two different ways of looking at it. So first you want to pick your location. Where are you targeting? I want to target the United States. Feel free to target whatever area you want to target. You can also use this advanced search option to do, like I showed you before, places of interest and demographics. Then you want to pick your language. Feel free to change it. You want to put in a budget. I'm just going to put $1 a day. All right, this is your daily budget. And then you want to click save and continue. Oh, I forgot to pick a location. So let me pick United States. Now we need to make an ad group. Make this ad group specific to what you're doing. So I'll call this, let's pretend that we are a online e-commerce store for women. And we know that a lot of our customers are also customers of Macy's. So let's call this ad group Macy's, stay organized. Now, the really good thing about Gmail ads is the bids are usually a lot cheaper. I usually see them for less than 50 cents. So I'm going to put in 50 cents. I would expect them to be even less than that, to be honest. Now, this is where you need to set up a lot of the Gmail ad stuff. So the first thing you want to do is use a different targeting method. Select the targeting method and click placements. You want to go down here and click plus multiple placements. And you want to add mail.google.com. This is making it so your ads show on Gmail. You want to click add. And then you want to go up and go to keywords. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing. So if I want to target users who are getting emails from Macy's.com, you'll want to put the keyword in Macy's.com. However, there's a second thing that you can do, which is target users who are talking about Macy's in their email. You want to structure that keyword just like this. So if you don't put the .com, that means that you're targeting them based on the context of their email. If you're putting .com, that means who they're getting emails from. So just another example, if I want to target users who are getting emails from Birchbox, you'll want to do birchbox.com. However, if I want to target users that are just talking about Birchbox, you'll want to just do Birchbox like that. Perfect. Then you'll want to add these keywords. Click Save and Continue. Now you'll want to scroll down and actually click Skip Ad Creation for a second, because Gmail ads have a very specific format for their ads. So you want to then go into that ad group that we made, click plus ad, but you want to make sure to go to Ad Gallery. This is where you create an actual Gmail ad. The ads that are on the banner ads that are right in the promotions tab. Click Ad Gallery. Perfect. And then we want to scroll down here to Gmail ads. Now there's a couple of different templates. And it does a really good job explaining to you the different types of templates that you can make. A catalog template is more for e-commerce businesses or brick and mortar businesses that sell, physical products. The good thing about the catalog template is you can show a lot of products at a time. Same with the multi-product template, just a little bit different. Single promotion is if you just promote one business or service, or a different way to look at it is just an image template. So you can kind of see the differences between the 4 different ad types. If it works for you, try all different ad types. You can try all 4 of them in each ad group. There's no limit to which ones you can try and which ones you can't try. I would suggest testing all of them and then figure out which one works best for your business. Just for the sake of this, I'll just go into one of them. So let's do a single promotion template. And as we build the ad, you'll be able to see kind of what it looks like. So you want to put in your URL and your landing page. You want to give it a logo. Let's see if we have any uploaded images here. That is a terrible one. Let's see if I can upload any from my computer. So you obviously want to put in your own company logo. There it is, perfect. Now you want to put your name right here. So we're going to do ad hoc. Subject of the ad. Let's make it, your ads are running. And then you can write a description. The easiest way to manage your digital ads. And hopefully you're seeing it update on this right side here. So next you can add an image. The image is going to go right here. So after the user clicks on the ad, it expands and they're able to see an image plus a call to action. So let me give you an image here. We'll do one of our earlier mock-ups. Let's just see what this is. Okay, we'll just use this for now. Okay. And that should load in there. As that's loading in there, you want to give it a headline. So a very intuitive dashboard. Easy to use. Really whatever headline you want to give it. Then you want to give content in here. So we are the easiest way to manage your ads. Again, feel free to put the content in any way you want. Make sure it obviously relates to your business. I'm not sure why this image isn't coming up. Seems like they're having a little bit of issues. Let's just see if this image works. Okay, cool. That image worked. And then you can customize the call to action button. So let's just do learn more. Again, feel free to customize that. Get a quote. Works really well. Sign up works really well, so on and so forth. And then where do you want that URL to go? Well, we want it to go to tryadhoc.com. There you go. You just created one of the templates of a Gmail ad. They're really easy to set up. It kind of takes you through the whole process on the left-hand side. You'll want to click save here. And there it is. So that was how you create a Gmail ads campaign. Again, feel free to use any of those other image ad types. I just showed you one, but there are a ton of other ones that are good and might be more unique for your own business. So I want to leave the last 15 or 25 minutes up for any questions or comments, or I just want to hear about things that you guys want me to go over. I kind of brushed through everything really quickly. I kind of went through ad extensions and some of the settings and how to set up Gmail ads. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go through some display. Let's see if that still wants to work for us. So let me go back into that display campaign. Okay, it looks like it's working now. So let me show you how to optimize some things in display. Again, I went through a search campaign before. You can do all of those same optimizations in a display campaign. The only one you can't do is that search terms report. You can still go settings, locations, add schedule devices, but you get this extra display network tab. Now I like going into demographics, and this is where you can see how your ads do based on genders, based on ages, and based on parental statuses. So there's no data in here, but let's say we're getting a lot of conversions on males. We maybe want to bid up. You want to enable that so you can bid up. Maybe we want to bid $5 on males, because males are way more important to you and that's your target market. Or maybe you want to pause males. Maybe, I only want to show to females. Perfect. That's the only show to females. You can do the same stuff on the age range. So, I want to, and we want to enable the custom bids. I want to bid $3 if they're 18 to 24. I want to bid $5 if they're 35 to 44. And I don't want to show to 55 and 64. And again, you can do the same thing with parental status. I apologize. That's kind of what I wanted to show you before. But yeah, are there any other questions, anything else I can go through? I'd love to do another one of these to go specifically through just search, maybe go through Gmail ads individually and maybe go through a deeper dive within display. But is there anything that you guys have questions about or things that you really want to hear? Put it in the comment section. You can also feel free to email me at any time. My email is todd@tryadhoc.com. Feel free to email me. I'd love to follow up and hear about kind of your experiences. And if you do need a lightweight software solution to help you optimize your accounts, again, check out tryadhoc.com. Because we have a couple minutes here, I'll go over some remarketing stuff. Now, remarketing is a very, very great type of campaign. If a user comes to your site and sees one of your ads, you want to show them ads on other websites that they go to. The way I like to set it up is if a user comes to AdHoc and they don't sign up, I want to show them an ad. So I want to exclude the people that signed up, but I want to include the people that came to the page and didn't sign up. So let me show you how that works within AdWords, and then I can show you how to set up a display campaign for it. So let's go over the shared library first. And if you didn't see me do that, shared library is down here. You then want to click on audiences. Hopefully this loads out for you. Google does not seem to want to listen to us today. Let's try to refresh for a second. Okay, let's see if this comes through for us. Perfect. So next thing you want to do is set up a remarketing list. So let's click set up remarketing and click set up remarketing here. Okay, So you want to add a tag to your website because you want to cookie every user that comes to your site. If you have Google Analytics, you can do this as well without adding your own tag. As you can see, here is the tag. You'll want to take this tag and put it right before the ending body tag in your website. Any website drag and drop builder or any webmaster for your website can help you with this. You can copy it and send it to them, or you can actually just send them the instructions here. So let's email it to myself. Perfect. So I sent myself that. Again, you'll want to make sure you put that on your website. We already have it on our website. So now that you're tracking users, you're going to want to create some lists. So first thing you want to do when you're in this audiences page is click plus remarketing list, and let's do website visitors. Perfect. So let's name this. Let's name this people who signed up. So we want to target people that came to AdHoc, and we want to make a list of people that came to AdHoc and signed up. And I'll show you why in a minute. So visitors of a page. Now, you want to make sure you put in the thank you page or the success page or the purchase page here. So we're going to do tryadhoc.com/thank you. The reason for that is if you go to the AdHoc page and you put in your URL and you put in your email, you'll then be directed to a thank you page. That's how we know you converted. And I want to make a list of all the people that converted. So people who signed up, got to our conversion or thank you page, click save. Now AdWords automatically makes an all visitors list. That's anyone that came to your site. So the last thing we're going to want to do is make a custom audience. Everyone that came to your site, but not people that signed up. So let me show you how to do that. Plus remarketing list, website visitors. You want to go here, custom combination. So this is people that came to the site but did not sign up. So you want to select any of these audiences, select all visitors, add another, but none of these audiences, select people who signed up. So what this is targeting is you want to target all people that came to your site, but none who signed up. And click save. Perfect. So now we're targeting all visitors, people who signed up, and people that came to my site but did not sign up. Now let's go back to campaigns. And again, there's a whole bunch of different remarketing things you can do. You can remarket to people that viewed your YouTube videos and didn't sign up. You can upload customer emails. If you have a long list of customer emails, you can upload it and just send ads to them. You can do things with mobile apps as well. And I'd be glad to do a session just around remarketing. The point of this session was just a high-level overview. If you guys do want to have just only remarketing for an hour, again, shoot me an email, todd@tryadhoc.com. I'd be glad to answer any of your questions and do another one of these sessions just for remarketing. So let's go over to the campaigns after we made the list. And you're going to want to go through the process of creating a display campaign. So let's create a display campaign because that's where we're doing the remarketing. Now there is remarketing for search. It's a little bit different setup. I'd be glad to go through that again in a remarketing only tutorial. I'm going to do no marketing objectives just to see a different view. We're going to call this remarketing. Again, choose your location. Choose the language you want to target. Choose a budget. And click save and continue. Now, again, you're going to want to go through the same ad group process. Let's just name this ad group 1 for now with a $1 bid. But this is where it changes up. So on Gmail ads, you did keywords and mail.google.com placement. With remarketing, you want to do interest in remarketing, select a category, remarketing lists. And that's where you can add the list that we just created in the shared library. People that came to the site but did not sign up. You want to save and add that list. And then, of course, you're going to want to create some image ads or text ads. I think you guys know how to do that. If you don't, feel free to message me. I'm just going to skip the ad creation. But there you go. That's a very standard remarketing campaign. I have to put some ads in here, but this remarketing campaign is targeting users that came to the site and didn't convert. It is definitely a really good thing to use if you have a long sales funnel, or you're finding that a lot of people are coming to the site, maybe signing up and using your product for a little bit, but stop using it after a while. This is an awesome report to bring them back, to keep them using the product. So we have a couple more minutes here. Let me just show you a couple other small things that I like to use. So I really like this segment button. The segment button lets you do a lot of really interesting things. You can segment all of your data by, for instance, let's do click type. Actually, sorry, let's do time. Google's giving me a little issue. Hold on one second. Let me refresh. Google seems to be having a little bit of problems today. I'm sure you guys understand that. Okay, awesome. So let's go back into Handyman and let's segment this out by, I like top versus other. I think that's a pretty cool report. So what this tells you is how your ads are doing when it's on top of Google search. So that's generally between the average positions of 1 to 3, and how your ad does when it shows on the side, which is generally average position 4 to 8. What this tells me is when I'm on top with an average position of 2, look at how high my click-through rate is. And my cost per click is only 1 cent higher than when I'm on the side. My click-through rate is nearly in half. So then you have to think about it. Is it worth for me bidding up 1 more cent in order to double my click-through rate, basically? This is a really awesome report because sometimes people do better when they're on the side, and they convert better, and they have a higher click-through rate when they're actually on the other position than top. That's really awesome because what that allows you to do is just decrease your bids. Now, a lot of times on search, you'll opt yourself into search partners. These are other websites that license out Google's kind of search results. Now, this will show you how you're doing on Google search versus Google search partners. A lot of the time, I'm speaking generally, people do better on search than search partners, and they don't even realize that they have search partners on. So you'd want to do this report, A, to make sure you have how you're doing on Google versus search partners, and B, how you're doing on top versus other. Now, if you want to show more on top, obviously you just bid a little bit higher. If you don't want to show on search partners anymore, let me show you how to get rid of that. You want to go over to settings, and then you want to go to all settings, and you want to scroll down, to networks. Here it is. You click edit, and you can take yourself off search partners right here. So now you're no longer on search partners. So again, just to recap, I used segment, top versus other. You can also do network, which will show you just search partners versus Google search. Top versus other shows you that along with top versus other, which is why I generally like to use that a little bit more. So that's it. Are there any other questions or things that I can go over really quickly? Again, feel free to email me, todd@tryadhoc.com. Would be glad to set up a new webinar diving deep in some of more advanced features. Hope this was helpful for you guys. If there's no other questions, we can take this offline and carry on for the rest of our days. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, and good luck with your AdWords accounts. Any questions, shoot me an email, visit our site. We'd be glad to help out.